Taylor Swift shocked fans at a Starbucks today, but it turns out she was in town to visit a 2-year-old boy and his mom.
I saw a couple bodyguards come in, and I knew something was going on. One of my coworkers said, "I think that's Taylor Swift."
Maya didn't expect anything that day. She was halfway through another long shift at Starbucks, wiping counters, pouring drinks, eyes half on the clock. The line stretched to the door. Customers shuffled forward, earbuds in, faces down. Maya worked on autopilot. She barely noticed the door open again. But then, the room changed. It started with a whisper near the window. Then a ripple of heads turning. Then Maya saw them. 2 bodyguards stepping inside. Her hands froze, mid-swipe on the counter. Something was happening. Maya was just another girl, in a green apron. Customers saw her smiling behind the counter, calling out names, scribbling hearts on cups, when little kids came through. But no one saw what happened after the shift ended. Maya was 22. She had a dream once. A big one. She wanted to write songs. Not just to become famous, not to be on stage. She just wanted her words to matter to someone. But life had other plans. Student loans stacked up. Her parents split. She picked up extra shifts, dropped her music classes, told herself, next year. Maybe next year. And slowly, her guitar stayed in its case longer. Her notebooks stayed closed. And the voice that used to fill her bedroom fell quiet. Behind the counter, Maya was good at pretending. But inside, a quiet ache grew louder every day. The ache of a dream slipping away. She moved through the motions, lost in routine, the hiss of the steamer, the clatter of cups, the soft shuffle of customers in line. Suddenly, the door swung open. Maya glanced up, expecting another impatient customer, but froze. 2 large men stepped inside, scanning the room. The coffee shop fell quiet. A low ripple ran through the line. Phone screens flickering up. Maya's heart thudded in her chest. Something was happening. But from where she stood, from the far end of the counter, head down, apron dusted with coffee grounds, she couldn't see what. She forced herself to focus on the next drink, the next name, the next smile. But then, she heard a ripple of laughter. A chorus of excited voices. And then, a figure swept past the register, surrounded by a wall of bodyguards, heading toward the door. And then, the figure stopped. Maya's breath caught. The crowd shifted, the bodyguards parted just slightly. And Taylor Swift turned toward the counter. Maya's fingers curled tightly around the cup in her hand. She felt her knees lock. Her mouth go dry. Taylor stepped forward, her smile soft, almost apologetic. "Hey, sorry for the chaos," she said, voice light but warm. "Can I get a coffee to go?" Maya couldn't speak. Her hands shook slightly as she poured the coffee. The simplest drink she'd ever made, and the hardest. Taylor leaned casually on the counter, eyes flicking around the store. "Long day?" she asked softly, glancing at Maya. Maya let out the smallest laugh, the sound barely escaping her throat. "Yeah," she whispered, voice trembling. Taylor's eyes crinkled in a knowing smile. Taylor accepted the coffee with a soft smile and offered a quiet thank you before turning away. She paused for a few moments, chatting with customers, posing for a couple of quick selfies. Then, just as calmly as she'd arrived, she slipped back into the crowd, the door swinging shut behind her. Maya stood frozen behind the counter. She could still feel the warmth of the cup in her hands, the echo of a voice that had soundtracked her life. She let out a breath she hadn't realized she was holding. And for the first time in a long time, the ache inside her chest softened just a little.